Hello, everybody. Hello. We're going to get started here in just a moment. All right. So we have a thunderstorm here right at the time I'm supposed to do this webinar. So hopefully it doesn't get too severe. So if it does, then I'm just going to hope that the internet doesn't cut off. All right. All right. So give me. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me start up this Facebook thing here. All right, so I believe we are live. Let me see what's going on here. Can you all hear me? Okay. Can you all hear me? There we go. Let's close that. All right, cool. So let me go ahead and pull up this PowerPoint. Then we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to try not to keep you guys long, but I do. Can you all see my screen? All right, so everybody can see the screen. Cool. All right, so let me go ahead and pull this up. I'm going to try to go through this a little fast, not too fast, because we do have a storm, like I said, going on right now. And I have no idea if it's going to cut my power off. Hopefully it doesn't, because I'm actually upstairs in my bonus room doing this webinar. So tonight I'm going to be talking about UOP FX Sniper Pro. Now this is a different type of webinar because I actually invited everybody to it. So this is going to be a formal training webinar, education webinar for those people that are not a part of UOP FX, and for you guys that are a part of UOP FX. So I want you guys to really understand the power of this software, because it's really unlike any software out there. I mean, there's some similarities, but there's also major differences that if once you learn how to leverage or use these to your advantage, it can definitely be extremely profitable for you. All right, so let me turn off my phone or it's going to be dinging all night. All right, so risk disclaimer, Unit of Prosperity is not a licensed financial advisor, nor does it give out financial advice. This training and or video is for educational purposes only. All examples and analysis are intended for these purposes and should not be considered as specific investment advice. All hypothetical examples are for purposes of teaching principles and are not intended to suggest future results. The customer of Unit of Prosperity and of the customer of Unit of Prosperity products and or services assume the full risk and responsibility for their trading activity. Forex and options are considered more sophisticated investment vehicles due to high leverage and are not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Individual results will vary due to a variety of market and timing conditions. You can read our full risk disclaimer on our website at www.unitprosperity.com. Okay. Legally, we have to read that. Okay. So a little bit about me. Again, my name is Reginald Stinson. I am the founder of Unit of Prosperity / UOP FX. I'm a retired underachiever, high school dropout. Later on, got my GED, went to some college, but dropped out of college as well because I discovered very quickly that college wasn't the path that was going to get me the desired income that I wanted. Been an entrepreneur since 2006, lacked stability in the early stages of my journey, jumped from company to company, program to program, looking for that thing that would get me rich quick without me doing any work. Of course, that didn't work out the way I thought it would. But eventually got focused and ended up retiring my wife from corporate America in 2013. I've generated millions of dollars in commissions online since me getting started in 2006, built teams and sales organizations in the tens of thousands, okay, across the world. So there's no secret. Like I said, I started as an entrepreneur and a network marketer. So I've been featured in several magazine publications. This is my homepage insert. I also have an insert here. I actually still have these reprints. I was voted the #1 internet marketer in 2014 in the entire world. You see the people names that is on here. That was definitely a privilege to be voted #1 that year. I don't think they've done it since then, but there's some studs on this list. Made a lot of money in network marketing. Some of you guys have been following me for a long time. So if you know that pretty much everything that I've done from an entrepreneur standpoint, I have a tendency to crush it. Okay. And this is not me tooting my own horn. I'm just kind of showing you building credibility. This is actually the first company that I actually earned $1 million in here. Okay. Hold on a second. I got something on my screen I can't get rid of. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. All right. Here's, like I said, the first company I earned $1 million in. That's me standing in front of my S550. I bought on the showroom floor. I would never forget that. I don't have that car anymore. I actually traded it in for a pickup truck. But that's my first Mercedes that not my first, my second Mercedes that I actually bought. But I'm in my heart, I'm a country boy, so I don't really get into cars and stuff like that. So this is our mission and vision statement. In a nutshell, to summarize it, we're looking to create 1,000 six-figure income earners and 100 millionaires that are traders and entrepreneurs. I'm not going to read all of this. You can kind of see it and kind of glance at it. But this is our mission and vision statement, okay? This is actually something we came up with a few years ago. I altered it to be more fitting to what we're doing now. But for the most part, the vision and mission has not changed. And I believe that we have an opportunity here in a trading space to be able to go hit 1,000 six-figure income earners and 100 millionaires. Okay. So before we get into the details of the training, I do have to announce the affiliate program because there were people that were asking about this. So our affiliate program pays up to 55% commissions on personal referrals only. So we're not MLM. It's only a single level affiliate program. So you can get more details by going to www.uopfx.com/UOPFX-affiliates. Okay, make sure that's all together. We also have an affiliate program contest actually going on now. We haven't really done any major promotion in regards to the affiliate contest. However, I wanted to announce it on the webinar. That's partially why. But make sure that you guys are taking advantage of this, because this is an opportunity for you to do a couple things. Number one, it's an opportunity for you to promote this program, because not a whole lot of people are promoting it at the moment. And you have an opportunity to get in front of the wave that's going to come after you, because I can almost guarantee you there is going to be a wave of people that are going to start promoting this once they see the value that we have. Secondly, it's an opportunity for you to earn some extra money on top of your normal commissions. So that contest is going to go from 6:10 to 6:30. Right now, our monthly membership is $99 a month. But at the end of the month or July, it is going back up to $125 a month. So if you want to get people in to save $25 a month, then I suggest you start promoting now if you have a desire to do so. Okay, because we are going back up to $125. Okay, because we have way too much value and we're not done adding stuff. We have more stuff that's going to be coming out later this year. So it just makes sense for us to do that. Okay. So first place get $1,000, second place $500, third place $300. And there's people that are already on the board. I didn't actually screenshot that, but I'll send that out sometime this week. Okay. Now let's look at this UOP FX. Oh, let me backtrack for a minute. Our affiliate program is free to join as well. So you don't have to be a customer to promote the program. Okay. All right. So UOP FX Sniper Pro Case Studies. Like I said, we started testing this in March this year. And I've done this webinar before, but this is going to be a rehash again. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the case studies, but just going to show you that this is some of the results. If you look to the left, that's the balance of the account that I actually started with. I believe that's $1,000 account. Yes, I deposited $1,000 there. This is a demo. The first week did almost $200 in a month time, which that wasn't a full month. That it did $252. Again, your results will vary. $500 account started $328. You see that I'm running 2 pairs, I believe, on this one. Well, looked like I had 3, 4. I don't know. But anyway, you see the week I did $125 with this particular account. A 1K account started $329. Aggressive settings, not recommended. So if you're going to go aggressive, it's not recommended, but we simply did this test to kind of see what the software could do. Now, obviously, when it goes for you, it goes for you. You can make a lot of money, but if it goes against you, you can blow your account pretty fast. So I got to give you both outcomes, potential outcomes, what could possibly happen. Okay. So I don't know how many pairs was on here, but on this screen, I only see 1. But you see the week I did 263, for the month, $928. That's aggressive and it's not recommended. 2K account started $328. I don't remember if this is aggressive or not, but anyway, you see what the drawdown situation is, which was minimum for the week, $164, for the month, $207. Okay, so this had to be conservative. So again, guys, remember, this is semi-automated trading. For the most part, it's about 90-something% automated. The reason why I don't say 100% because you do have to configure settings, okay? 1K account started 226 through 328. You see what the drawdown situation is barely any. For the month, I did $500 on that particular account. Here's another case study. I don't remember whose this is, but we had a lot of beta testers. So you see the profit on one. This, I believe, that was a 10K account. I don't remember the time frame this was on, but you see they did $1,493. On the other one, $632, and on another one, $933. Okay. On a 5K account, this was probably moderate settings, and you're looking at $2,000 profit. Okay. Here's another case study. You see what the percentage of gains was here. For the month, you're looking at $1,336. More case studies. Here, you look at this. Trading week, 21st to 28th, 5K. She's telling you what her distance was. You're looking at almost $3,000 within that week. And on another, 370. Okay. So you see the results there. 5K account. Let me see. What was that for? Just under a month, $953 on that case study. On this one, you're looking at $1,296 in just under a month from a 5K account. Here's more case studies. You see one is aggressive. I believe all these was aggressive, but you see the drawdown situation there, 1,200, which is just about 10% drawdown, which personally, I don't really like that. But you see what the profits are. One, you got 7,400 in profit from a 5K account. On another, you got 38,000 profit. That's from a $25,000 account. Okay. Here's one. They did 1K in 1 week. This is with the first version of Sniper. Okay. So, like I said, guys, we got plenty of case studies to kind of show you the software work aggressively and conservatively. Okay. For the people that are doing aggressive stuff, a lot of these guys that we have in our beta group, let me give this disclaimer, they have been trading for a long time. They're not newbies. So if you're new and you see this and you're salivating out of your mouth, please calm down, because this software is not a get rich quick software. I know there's a lot of other software companies that come out and they promise you that you're going to come in with $500 and get rich. You know, that's not what's going to happen. Okay. That's not even realistic. If you want to see a full-time income with any auto trader or expert advisor or whatever the case scenario is, you need to be dropping at least $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 at least minimally to do it safely. Now, you can do some aggressive things and get lucky every now and then, but if you don't know what you're doing, or if you have one mistake, you can end up wiping out and blowing your entire account. Okay. So I have to give y'all that disclaimer, because I don't want you to come in and you see Sniper Pro and you think, hey, I'm going to put $500 in or $100 in and I'm going to do the same thing he's just showed on this webinar. Well, understand, we know what we're doing and we were just testing on demo. We're not running these crazy settings on a live account, first of all, okay? When we were testing, it didn't make any sense. We needed to see what the software could do. So before you even connect it to your live account, I always recommend that people connect it to a demo account first, okay? Connect to a demo account first to test the settings. After you do that, then connect to your live account, okay? Now, here's the interface of our software. The news for that particular pair display at the bottom and at the top, it kind of tells you what's going on the chart. Now, why is Sniper Pro V2 a game changer? Okay. And the reason why it's a game changer is because simply you have full control over the EA, expert advisor, and how you want it to perform. I've never seen anything else like this in the marketplace. Okay. You have the ability to keep drawdown low with conservative settings. You can protect accounts against flash crashes. Okay, so if there's a flash crash, you can protect your account against that. You can set it to be 100% automated. Okay, here's Sniper Pro settings. This is what we have here. I'm not going to go through every single last one of them here because I'm going to do this later. But this is what it looks like. This is what the interface looked like, which I'm super excited about because you're able to set buy stops. You're able to set sell stops. You're able to set sell limits and buy limits, which I'll talk about that a little later once we go on the charts. Okay. For the trade direction, this is for advanced traders, which I'm going to share about this feature a little later as well. Okay. You're able to specify which direction you want the expert advisor to trade in. So if you understand market trends, this is a very, very powerful tool. Okay. So if you stay to the end, I'm going to show you how to use this. Okay. But this is powerful. This is not like the one that's built inside of MT4, because MT4 does have this ability as well. But if you use the MT4 version, it's only going to work according to the algorithm of the EA. Okay. This trade direction, if you set it to buy only, it's going to buy only immediately. If you set it to sell only, it's going to sell only immediately. If it's buying and selling, obviously it's going to do both. Okay. Very, very powerful tool. This is where you will do the market buy stop, buy limit, sell stop, sell limits. Okay. So if you want to activate, and you guys should really be excited about this part, those two things right there will change the game for you if you understand what they are. If you are a new trader, this probably wouldn't mean much to you right now because you don't really understand what the heck I'm talking about. But for you guys that have been trading a while, you understand that, hey, I can set pending orders. You can actually set a pending order for when you want the EA to start trading, guys. Do you all understand that? This is what I was talking about in our Telegram group earlier this week. Most of you guys are only using 10% of what it could do, okay? But if you understand, okay, market structure, and you want your EA to start trading at a certain point, you can set a buy stop, buy limit, sell stop, sell limit, and it will only activate, okay, once it hit that price that you set here. Killer, guys. So for the people that are talking about, well, you know, Sniper does this, so it's not activating whenever I want, guys, you can pretty much tell it what to do and when to do it right here in this section here. Very, very powerful too. You can specify it to trade only during certain sessions. Obviously, Asian, London, and New York are the only three that we worry about. You can close trades at the beginning of a session. So you just have to take the time to read and understand each function, because it's pretty much self-explanatory. Okay. Now, if it's set to no here, close trades at beginning of sessions. If it's set to no, then it will keep trades open through all sessions. Okay. If you set this to yes, then you can specify the amount of money and drawdown you'll cut losses at before the next session begins. So make sure you understand this, because some of you guys were wondering, well, how come my trades are closing negative? It's because you probably have this on, okay? If you don't want it to close trades at the beginning of a session, then turn it to no. Personally, if you only going session to session, I will probably have it set to yes, because typically whenever there's a crossover to a new session, the trend of the market normally changes, okay? So that's why I have mine set to yes. And 5, which 5 stands for $5, okay? So if I have $5 in under in negative drawdown per pair, then the software is going to close out those trades at the beginning of a new session. It's not going to keep them open. If it's over $5, then it's going to keep them open, because I don't want to lose more than $5. Okay. Close trades at maximum drawdown. Stop trading at maximum drawdown and maximum drawdown percentage. This is what will help you in case of a flash crash or in case of it protects your account for going um, into so much drawdown overall. Okay. Now this is for advanced traders. So you can specify the drawdown percentage, and if you want the EA to either stop trading once a certain amount of equity is negative until it recovers and go positive or go below that percentage, or you can close all trades once your account hit the max drawdown percentage that you set. Okay, this is account wide, and this is a very, very powerful setting here. We have a daily profit goal, so you can specify when you want the EA to stop trading once profits on your entire account reach the amount that you set here. Okay, now I typically have mine at $50. You may want to go lower. Some of you guys be having ridiculous numbers like $1,000, 500, and you only got $500 in your account. I'm telling you, man, like, you got to be realistic here. And I try to be conservative with this because, again, the whole idea behind an expert advisor is to gain profits consistently, weekly, daily, or whenever. Not to try to get rich quick, especially, like I said, if you're not putting up $20,000 or $30,000. Don't do it to yourself. So once I hit my daily profit goal, the EA will stop trading. It will not open up any new trades. If there's any open, they will stay open until the next day. I've been doing this for a very, very long time, and it works very perfectly. And it eliminates that greed factor. And every single week I am earning. Every single week my account is growing. Okay. And I don't have to worry about me getting into excessive drawdown because I run it conservatively. So this is a very, very powerful tool. And I recommend that you guys be conservative with this number, especially if you're doing $1,000 and under. Okay. Maximum open trades, I pretty much leave mine to 8 to 10. It all depends on the situation. But you can specify the maximum amount of trades per pair that you want the software to open. Distance between trades, that's self-explanatory. You can specify when you want the next trade to open if you are in a bad trade and the EA is trying to cost average you out of a trade. Okay, the default is 20, but if you know that you are using a GBP pair, for example, then I recommend you set it to 40. Okay, and this is only going to come into play if you're going into drawdown and the expert advisor has to open you up a new trade. Okay, that's conservative because GBP pairs typically move a minimum of 50 points up and down every single day. Okay, it's gonna go 50 pips. You know, it's a given. All right. So knowing that that's gonna happen, this will keep you safe so that you don't blow your account very quickly if you set it to 40 pips. Increase target, you can specify when you want the EA to take profit per trade before the next trade is open. The default is 5, I think, but I always set mine at 10 pips. Okay, but you can set it to 5. It'll close trades faster. But just be mindful to take the broker spreads into consideration when you're setting this. Okay, so you don't want to use a broker that has high spreads if you're going to be setting it to 5 pips because that may keep your profits very low. Your news filter, you can specify if you want the EA to trade during news or not. You can also select what type of news you want to filter. It is recommended to have this on yes, so I always keep it on, and I always show it on panel, and I always filter out high volatility news. Okay, I don't really care about medium or low news. Minutes before the news to stop trading. I normally do 60, but the default is 30. So 60 minutes before I stop trading and 60 minutes afterwards, I start back. Okay. Close trades before news, maximum drawdown money. So this is another critical setting. So if you want to close trades before the news, because news is unpredictable. We don't know which direction the market is going to go during the news. And we have a tornado warning. Good grief. Let me see what time it is, y'all. Okay, sorry. So before the news, I always close trades before the news. And if I just hop off before I even proceed, if I hop off the webinar abruptly, it just means that I hear tornado sirens and I'm taking cover. I don't hear anything now, but we do have a tornado warning that just popped up on my TV screen. That's just the FYI. All right, so I always close trades before the news if it's $5 and below, but you can set this however you want to set it. And this is per pair because you are going to drag the EA on the chart per pair. So if it's $5 and under, I'm going to close it because, again, we don't know which direction the market is going to go during the news. Okay. This is for any type of news. It's just not high impact. So whatever news you specify it to filter out, that's what this is going to be relevant for. Okay. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on 1 second. My wife is texting me. All right, so let me get back over here. Sorry about that. All right, so this is for any news. So like I said, typically I normally have mine set to $5 and under, but if you wanted to raise the bar a little bit more, you can. But you never know which direction news is going to go. So if you don't want those trades that are still open to go negative, then you could specify the dollar amount you wanted to close that you'll be willing to take a loss on. Stop trading Friday. I always have mine set to yes. I don't trade on Fridays with the software. By no means necessary because those are typically trap days. And that's it for that. Okay. Now, UOP FX Sniper Pro rules demo first at least a week to ensure you tweak settings properly for your account before putting Sniper Pro on a live account. There's nothing wrong with demoing. Don't be in a hurry to lose money. This is very important, guys. Okay. I say this all the time and I'm going to say it again. Don't be in a hurry to lose money. Demo. Okay. Make sure you demo with the amount that you plan to deposit. Don't be demoing with a 100K account and knowing that you're only going to deposit $1,000 because it's going to be a completely different experience with a 100K account versus $1,000. So whatever you decide that you want to use for Sniper Pro should be the amount that you demo with, okay? So that you're able to tweak the settings according to your account size you plan to deposit. We recommend that you start with at least $1,000. You can use it with an account lower than $1,000. We have people that's doing it every day. However, I'm going to go on record and say it's going to work best with $1,000 or more, okay? Now, if you have less than 1,000, you can do it at your own risk. We have people doing it that are making money, but I'm going to say $1,000 is recommended. And it is $1,000, 0.01 lot size per pair. So whatever pair you decide to use, that's going to require $1,000. So if you're going to use Euro USD, for example, that will require $1,000 at 0.01 lot size. Okay. If you want to add another pair to that, you will need to deposit another $1,000 and set that at 0.01. This is recommended. So if you do anything outside of that, then that's going to be moderate or aggressive, and whatever the outcome is solely on you. like I said, this will work on a $500 account, minimum recommended, but we don't suggest you use GBP pairs on a $500 or lower account because it is very high risk due to the way they move. Also, trade distance should be set at 40 pips when your next trade open to cost average you out of bad ones. Then you can make proper adjustments from there if drawdown is pretty low and you want to increase your profits. Okay. It is only recommend to use Sniper Pro V2 on Forex pairs only. Don't try to hook it to gold, US 30, German 30, or whatever else is out there. Just don't do it, okay? Because if you do that, you run the risk of crashing your MT4 or getting some type of error and possibility of putting your account at risk, okay? So only use it for Forex pairs only. Don't run more than 2 GBP pairs at once on the trading account. Doesn't make sense for you to do that because GBP pairs sometimes move in the same direction at times. So you don't want to do that. Plus, they are extremely volatile and it could blow your account due to how they move, or if they decide they want to move in the same direction and it's putting you in drawdown, it could drastically blow your account very fast. So if you're going to run a GBP pair, only put 1 per account on there, which will minimize your risk, okay? Trade distance on GBP pairs should be a minimum of 40 pips, period, due to the high volatility. So if things are going your way, great, but I would not set it less than that, because if it's not, then like I said, you can end up in enormous drawdown and end up blowing your account. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. You're not trying to get rich quick with Sniper Pro overnight, okay? Or even in a few months. The idea is consistent, steady monthly gains. That is the idea. Everybody repeat. The idea is consistent, steady monthly gains. So I treat it as a high yield savings account. So if I was to put $1,000 in the savings account, I'm only going to earn $10 yearly on that. But if I put $100 in Sniper Pro, hey, I could probably earn $500 to $1,000 a year. That's just on the low end, or maybe more. Maybe I can earn a $4,000 profit on that $1,000 in a year. That still beats me having that money in the bank, right? Everybody agree to that? So that's what you want to do. You want to look at slow, consistent gains, okay? Here's the risk calculator. 1,000 at 1%. You see that's $10,000. I'm sorry, $10 a day. At the end of 240 days, you at $10,000. Not bad. That's 240 trading days. Okay. 365 trading days, 33,000. Okay. So if you can earn, this is what I tell you guys, you have to know where you're going. And a lot of traders don't have a trading plan. They don't look at numbers like this. They look at it from a perspective of, I want to get rich today. I'm not looking at where I can be a year from now if I just go slow and steady. So this is what slow and steady does at 1% a day. That's just $10 a day on a $1,000 account. Now, you may not hit $10 every day, but over the course of 30 days, it should average out to be about this, or pretty close to it. So if everything went 100% perfectly for the entire 30 days, like I said, at the end of 240 trading days, you at $10,000. Now, obviously, at that time, you can adjust your lots to do a little bit more according to what you have in your account. But if you don't change it and you just kind of let it run the way it's going, guys, at the end of 365 days, you had $33,000. This is all hypothetical, but who's going to complain about this? Okay, if you invested $1,000 and hypothetically speaking, you was able to create, basically a $23,000 profit in 365 days. Is any one of you guys going to complain about that? This is what you should be looking at. Don't be looking at, hey, I'm trying to replace my job income with Sniper Pro next month, okay? Because that's not why the software was created. It could happen if you invest a little bit more, but that's not the way you should think, because if you do, I'm telling you guys, you're going to end up losing money. Be aware that some seasons are faster than others. Summer months are pretty slow and trendy, so profits may decrease during these times. But again, this all depends on your settings, but be aware of market cycles. I'm not going to teach you about market cycles tonight because we do have training on that. But I just want to make you aware of what could possibly happen in a market cycle, okay? Sniper Pro works with the following pairs: Euro JPY, Euro Pound, GBP JPY, GBP AUD, Euro AUD, USD JPY, AUD NZD. Okay, I'm gonna keep it here for a moment because we get questions all the time about what does Sniper Pro work with, and I want to make sure everybody gets it. Everybody sees this. All right, any questions so far? All right, let's see what you guys are saying. What would you recommend for a percentage maximum drawdown? Um, I can't really recommend anything for a maximum account drawdown percentage because that's going to depend on your account size. It's a lot of factors. You will have to determine that, but that's for your entire account. So let's say, for example, your account goes 50. You don't want your account to reach 50% in drawdown with Sniper. Okay. If it does reach 50%, for example, then you want it to stop opening up new trades, or you want it to simply close out all the trades to preserve capital. So that's how you have to look at it because you're talking about account wide. So you will have to determine that. If you don't want it to go past 30%, then you can set it to 30%. So if you got $1,000, once you get $300 in the negative, you want it to start opening up new trades until those trades turn around. Or you can set it to simply close out the trades to preserve capital. So that's what it is. It is a capital preservation system. Somebody asks, what is the recommended pair for $1,000 account? You can choose any one of the ones that you see here, okay, for $1,000 account. So you're only going to use one pair, though. So just pick one and let it work with that one pair, all right? Time frame should be set on 30 minutes for Sniper Pro. The distance between trades should be 40 pips conservative. Again, please demo to test this before going live. Keep these settings the same on all pairs when setting up Sniper Pro. That is conservative, guys. All right, we want to be safe. And here's a highlight of what we got here. And no worries if I'm going fast, because once you sign up, we will have a manual back there here in a few days, but this video is already back in the back office. How do you set it to keep trades open and not close any, but try to close out what has been open? But try to close out what it has before close Friday. How do you set it to keep trades open? That's kind of a strange question. I don't really know how to answer that question because you ask it a bunch of questions at once and it's not really clear. On conservative, we cannot specify a certain percentage of what you can expect monthly because that's going to vary every month. It will depend. It's way too many factors for me to say you're going to get this every month, right? It's too many factors in Forex. It depends on the season that you're in. It depends on which pair you're using. Like it depends on your lot size. It's too many factors to give you an exact amount. And all right, so you should only have ref, like I seen what you posted in the group, okay? The first mistake that you made, you have way too many pairs running. You broke the rule on the amount of pairs that you should run with Sniper. Again, it's one pair per $1,000. If you have anything less than $1,000 that you're using, only one pair you should be using. You should not have 8 pairs or even 12 pairs with Sniper, because chances are you're going to blow your account. Okay. If trades are closing out by themselves, it can be closing for a number of reasons. Based upon what I saw, it could be because you've exhausted free margin on your account when it was going negative. Like, it's a lot of factors. But if you look at what I just talked about earlier, I kind of explained to you how to prevent or why trades will close negative, etc. If it's according to the settings. Now, if you are over leveraging your account and you're having a margin call, then yeah, you can expect trades to close to free up margin. All right. So Sniper Pro installation instructions. When you load it on your chart, make sure you click on the inputs. I believe it's the inputs tab, and log in with your email and ID. That is very essential. Okay. If you don't do that, you're probably going to get an error. And also make sure you allow DLL imports. I'm not going to spend too much time on that because, again, we have an install video where you downloaded it. Okay. Now, benefits of becoming a UOP FX student today. For those that are not students, you're going to get instant access to our UOP FX Academy. So it's not just about some automated trading software or some auto trader or auto bot, but we actually teach you how to trade manually as well. So though we have automated tools, I believe in teaching people the skill set manually as well, because a broker can say tomorrow that they're not going to allow expert advisors anymore. And if you're only using this, guess what? You're screwed. Okay. But if you learn the skill yourself, guess what? You're still able to trade manually. You're able to learn from traders who've earned minimally 6 figures. You get instant access to another software, UOP FX Trade Finder, Sniper Pro V2, PRZ scanner, which looks for harmonic patterns, Elliott wave indicator, sweet box indicator, trade manager, 2 live sessions weekly, trade ideas from our mobile app, which is just about ready to launch. Again, you get access to our community. We have Scalp King that is coming out soon, that's in beta, and future trading systems and patterns. We have hybrid, which is not on here. We have also a cup and handle indicators that's coming out. Some people call it a teacup strategy, which is a continuation pattern. So I will give y'all that little nugget on the webinar. But yeah, we have that coming out, our own teacup strategy indicator that's coming out. It's not anything that's proprietary, but it is a continuation pattern that will help you recognize that pattern for a potential continuation, which is exciting. And you get all this for $99 a month, new students only, this month only, okay? Lifetime benefits, you get everything that I mentioned above. Waived affiliate fee, 50% commissions instead of 35. I believe, well, scratch the instant commissions, that's not right. Locked in membership with a one-time purchase regardless of future price increases, early access to new products before public release, access to live trading mastermind, trade with the pros. We're going to be doing that real soon. And you can get started at uopfx.com if you're not already signed up, okay? Go to uopfx.com. Now, if anybody is interested in a lifetime membership, send a ticket to support at unitofprosperity.com and we'll send you a link to do that. Now, I'm going to hop over here to the charts here really quick to kind of show you guys something. And I've already drawn this out so that we can expedite time. Okay, now let me show you what I actually did. All right, now I went on the daily and I actually looked for a demand zone, number one, since this is kind of in a downtrend. And this is how you can use sniper, okay, if you understand the markets, okay? So this is a demand zone here, and price is headed down that direction, okay? We suspect. So it's going down that direction, so I just drew that as a demand zone, okay? So what I could do, first of all, here, I could actually do two things. I can set a buy stop here inside the snipers so that, not a buy stop, I'm sorry, a buy limit so that once price gets down to 1.24900, let's just say that it will start buying at this point. Okay, it's going to start buying, and I'm going to set it to buy only. Okay, so I will set it to buy only, and I will set a buy limit, and it will just buy only from this price because I expect once it hit this demand zone, that the price is just going to keep going up from that point. All right, that's the power you have in this. So I'm going to jump over to the 4 hour. Here's a zone, here's a zone, here's a zone. So each one of these zones, ladies and gentlemen, I can set buy stops, sell stops, limits, or whichever direction I suspect price to go. In this example here, I'm suspecting price to go up because it's dropping right now. So I'm not going to keep selling while it's almost at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to be looking to buy. So I can say, hypothetically speaking, that this is a 4 hour chart, so it may take a while, but I'm not going to start buying until one, it breaks this trend line here, okay, that we have here. So once price break this yellow trend line, then I want to start buying, okay? Or another way I can do it is once I go past this zone here, because this can act as resistance from price coming up here. But once price breaks above this zone, then I want to start buying, and I'm going to buy up to this next zone here. Okay. Does that make sense? So this is what you can do as well. Okay. I have the crosshair selected here. I'm actually going to put it here, and I'm going to right click on the chart. I'm going to go to trading, and I'm going to set an alert. Okay. And I'm going to drag where I want this alert to be at because it's not in the right place. All right. So you see that alert is just above this zone. Okay. Now to modify this alert, because if you have alerts set to go to your cell phone, which most of you guys should, okay, what you want to do is click on it. And then under action, you want to do notification. Okay. And then you want to test it. Phone should go off, which my phone just went off. Okay. And then you can just simply hit. Okay. You can put source, like what's this for? So I can put GBP broke zone. So I know what this is for. And then I can just hit okay. Okay. So once price breaks above this zone, it's going to alert me on my cell phone. And then I can come in here and look and see what it's doing. Then I could just set sniper to start buying. Okay. Does that make sense? Because y'all was awfully quiet. Does that make any sense? David said it makes sense. Bob said it makes sense. Mike said it makes sense. Yes. So I was going to say, y'all don't seem excited. Like y'all, like if you really get this, like if you can truly automate your trading, like for real. Okay. So let's say, so that's what I was trying to tell you guys. Like if you understand anything about the market at all, you can come on the chart. You can draw your zones out the way I did. Okay. And I simply just drew in areas where price significant zones. Like I could have drew more zones on here, but I only drew zones where price move majorly. You see, this is a major zone because you see price hit this area and drop. Price hit this area with my mouse. Let me use the crosshair. Okay. You see, price hit this area and look, bullish engulfing. I'm sorry, bearish engulfing. Price hit this area. Look what happened. Impulse down. Price hit this area. Impulse down. So that's how I drew my zones. I'm not going to worry about these little smaller zones. I don't care nothing about those. So I'm only drawing, highlighting zones that are significant to me where price moved in a major way. Okay. So that I don't have a lot of clutter on my chart. Because if you pay attention to all this small stuff, you can have a lot of garbage on your chart. And I don't like that because it frustrates me. And I'm also on the 4-hour chart as well here. Okay. So even if I drop down to the 30-minute, okay, which is where Sniper run at, this is what it looks like. Okay. So now I can see clearly how I want this to work. So I can say, once it's still ultimately in a downtrend, we already know that. I have my alert set to where once it breaks above this zone, I'm going to start buying, and I'm going to buy, hypothetically speaking, I'm going to go from where this red line is up to where this is right here at the bottom, just at the bottom. That is 100 and, wait a minute. Can't see what I'm doing here. Let's just call it 57 pips, 56, something like that. All right, not bad. All right, not bad. Okay, so I'm going to buy it up to that point. Or I can say once it breaks this trend line, because once it breaks this trend line here and retest, because it's going to retest it, then I'm going to start buying it up to this point. But personally, I probably wouldn't start buying until it break this area here. Okay. If it break the trend line, it still can be a high risk trade. But the point is that if you know where the market is going, or if it's trending a certain way, you can set the software to trade in that direction. Or like I said, this is getting ready to go to the demand zone here. It's headed there. Okay. And once price get down here where this blue area is, I will be watching price on the lower time frame. Watch price action. I'm not going to do a price action training because we going through that already. But watch price and see what it's doing. Okay. So watch how price react once it gets down to this zone. Is it looking like it's trying to reverse or whatever it's trying to do? Because once it hits here, it could possibly shoot through it and chase this wick here. It can chase the top of this wick as well, which, let me find a shape here. Okay. It could possibly chase the top of this wick. That's possible. Okay. And that didn't draw right, but you get what I'm trying to do. Or it could just hit this area, boom, and shoot back up. Okay. So watch price. However, ultimately, it's up to you. Yeah, Sniper only runs on a 30-minute chart. For Euro GPP, that should the distance be 40? Yes. Can you use this with Hugo's way? Yes. You can also use a strategy with hybrid indicator. Yes. Actually, Fiera, she actually uses hybrid with Sniper. I don't know exactly how she's doing it. But this is what she does. Okay. And a few other people do this as well. So you see hybrid is here. So they'll come here. This is hybrid, right? And they'll look and say, well, the H4 filter says we're in a uptrend, okay, with Euro GBP. So I'm going to go on the 4-hour and kind of see what's going on here. And I notice, yes, it's trending very nicely upward. However, should I continue to buy at this point? we have a Elliott wave dot, which signifies a wave down is coming, but it's still going up. All right. Let's look on the daily. We got one on the daily too. Okay. So that's another confirmation. Not on the weekly yet. So a wave down is coming. So will I keep buying at this point or not? I don't know if I would keep buying. I'd be looking to sell, because if you look, even right here, let's see. It's at this area right here. We could say this is an area. You got that area right there. All right. You also have that potential zone there. Okay. So it's at a point to where we could possibly see a reversal. Okay. So I will probably start selling at this point, even though you may still get a little drawdown. It could possibly break through this zone here and keep going up. But that's up to you. But let's say, for example, hypothetically speaking, I'm going to move this chat box out the way. I'm going to come back down to the, I would not put hybrid and sniper on the same chart. I would not do that. No, they have to be on separate charts. So you can open up multiple charts with the same pair. So don't worry about that, but just make sure you have it on a separate chart. Okay. So let's say, for example, let me find an example here. This is an ugly pair. All right. So we're going to use, yes, that was a free entry. All right. So let's come back to shapes. So let's look at this. All right. And this is not like trading view, so I'm having a little issues right here. But looking at this arrow here, let's say, for example, this is on the hour chart, and you notice that, boom, you got the crossover down here at the bottom. Okay. We got the crossover here at the bottom, and then you got the arrow here, and then you got a correction, and then you got the continuation. Okay. So if I saw this, and this is what Fiera does, I'm assuming, because I know she uses hybrid to determine when she's going to turn on sniper. Okay. So if I saw this break above this, and then I saw that correction, this is clearly a correction here by the way that it's moving. And then it breaks back above, continuing. At that point, as soon as it breaks this trend line here, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to head over, turn on sniper to just trade it for me. I'm not going to sit here and watch it. I'm just going to have it traded for me, because it's telling me that on the H4 anyway, we're in a long situation. So I'm just going to have sniper just trade it up. And it's just going to buy only. Keep buying, keep buying, keep buying until the trend change. Okay. And if you look here, look at this. Look at that. From this point, it went all the way up there. All right. Does that make sense? Let me look at these other questions. Is there a pair that says more lucrative than others? I can't say a pair is more lucrative. GBP pairs move more. So if that's what you're asking, they move more. They're more volatile. If you grew your account from 1K to 2K, would you peel off 1K and start a new Sniper Pro account, or leave it in the original? I will leave it in the original, okay? Because the more you have in one account, the better things are going to be for you. But what I would probably also do is, depending on how fast you grew that account, I will take out my seed money as soon as possible. So that way you plan with house money. So if you grow from 1K to 2K, if you want, you can take out the 1K and just leave the other money in there. And that way you just playing with profits at that point. Okay. And there's no risk involved at that point as well. And all the emotions are out at that point, and you can allow the software to do what it does. Can you trade yourself and use Sniper with the same broker? Yes, you can create multiple sub accounts with your brokers. Okay, if you use the ones that we suggest. Um, so absolutely. Any other questions? Did all of this make sense? Any of this make sense? All right, so this is what I want you guys to do. Okay, this is why it's very important that you learn how to trade. So I could show more examples, but you just seen what I just did. Okay, I can come in here, look at hybrid. Hey, I just noticed that it crossed over the signal line. Okay, this just crossed over the signal line on the 4 hour, and it looks like it's going up. And that trend is strong. Price is moving strongly up. Okay, on this. This is just hypothetically speaking. So what would I do with Sniper? I'm just gonna set Sniper to buy only. Or hey, Euro GPP, like I said, I'm gonna zoom out. Let me go on a daily so you can actually see 4 hour. All right, daily. All right, so you can see what I'm saying. But I see price is at a pivotal point right now. Okay, it's at a pivotal place right now. Something is about to happen. Either it's going to break through this zone and go up for this top here, or it's about to reverse. Because I have a Elliott wave dot here, and I have one on the 4 hour. I have one on the hour, 30 minutes, all that. So a reversal is coming. Okay, we just don't know when, but it's definitely coming. So am I gonna buy at the top? This is what a lot of people do, even when they trade manually, right? You clearly have resistance there. Okay. Am I going to buy here at the top, or am I going to look to sell? I'm looking for a sell opportunity here. So you can literally come in here. If you can't watch the charts yourself, set Sniper to sell only. Okay. Even if it keeps moving up, okay, you have a 40 pip next trade distance. So you're not going to be in a whole lot of drawdown at this point. Okay. I'm going to set it to sell only. So when that breakout down does happen, guess what? I'm eating, because this is a perfect setup. This is a perfect situation here. Okay. And I didn't plan this, y'all. I just happened to have this on my chart. Okay. Because we were looking at a whole nother pair a minute ago. So I'm just saying that's how I would use it. You can set buy limits, sell limits, buy stops, sell stops. Okay, I believe we have a training on how or what they actually mean. Okay. All right. So, any other questions before I wrap up the webinar? If you're not currently a student, for those people that are watching on Facebook, okay, go to UOPFX.com to become a student. UOPFX.com. Newbies to Forex, as we join, we have access to all the education also. Yes, anybody that joins will get access to all of the education. So it's not just software. You're going to get access to our Forex Academy. We have over 100 something videos on there, and we are constantly adding new content. Right now, we are in the midst of a price action series. I believe we're in week 7 right now. So you're going to get access to all of that as well. That series will be on our new training site that's launching in a few weeks, so that you can go back and watch that at any time. So yes, you're going to get access to everything I just shared, plus the education and any future new things that we come out with. Any other questions? All right. So again, guys, just remember, please, 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 please do not run more than one pair on Sniper if you have $1,000 or less. You're asking for it, especially if you're new. Okay. If you're new and you're running more than one pair on Sniper and you have $1,000 or less, like I said, you run the risk of potentially blowing your account. Okay. You have to know what you're doing. If you are a seasoned trader, you can literally automate your trading, because if I know which direction a market is going to go based upon my analysis, I can just set the software to trade in that direction while I go on about my day doing whatever it is I want to do. And I don't have to sit here and watch it. That's the powerful thing about this software. Okay. One of the powerful things about it, to where I can fully automate my trading. I can draw, oh, hey, I noticed the trend just changed on this. So instead of me watching this, I'm just going to set the software to trade in a direction of the new trend. Okay. Can you trade yourself and have MT4 even if it's not the same trading account? Yes, Sniper goes in the expert folder. Yes, you can have sub MT4 accounts. So if you sign up with Hugo's Way, for example, you can create as many MT4 accounts as you want. However, the desktop version, like here, you can't log into both on the desktop at the same time though. So you may have to log in like on your phone for the one you're trading on and then have the software somewhere else. It is recommended that you use a VPS if you don't have a desktop computer, especially. Okay. So if you don't have a desktop computer, use a VPS. If you have a desktop computer, you probably still need to use a VPS. Okay. Simply because your computer can't go to sleep. You can't turn it off. You don't want an update to come and you got Sniper running and it shuts it off. Like that'll just create a whole lot of problems. So it's easier to manage with a VPS. However, if you have an extra computer, a desktop that you leave on all the time, and you sure that the screen is not going to go to sleep or whatever, then yeah, you can use that. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I don't see any more questions. You all have a good night, and we will talk to you guys soon.